Welcome to my bathroom, everyone. Who knew that my YouTube channel was going to include bringing you all in to help answer a very important question that somebody asked me the other day after my free webinar all about the science of learning. And that question was, Gretchen, how is it that you can keep the same lipstick on for a 2-hour presentation and it doesn't look like you eat it off? Well, my friends, I am here to answer that question, and we will do so in just a minute with a Get Ready With Me demo. So are you curious? Let's dig in. Okay, so I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm not the most makeup-y kind of person. So just for a moment, I'll just show you. The most makeup that I end up doing is just this little bit of eyeliner right here. I darken my eyebrows. I put a little powder on, and I do some mascara, and then I do lipstick, and we call it a day. Now, when I'm doing something that I really want to pop for, I do work on lipstick. And I tell you, one of my sadnesses about aging is that I used to not have to wear lipstick. I used to have a vibrant enough pink in my lips that it looked like I was wearing lipstick, and I loved that. But here I am, almost 50, and so here we go. You know what? By the way, I'm going to share a story of something horrible that I did to my eyelashes at the end of this video, so stick around. Before we get into the lipstick, let me just say, why would you care? Why would you care what lipstick I wear? And one of the reasons is increasingly we are working more and more on Zoom, right? Or on camera in some way. And so this person who asked me this question was a person in my community of anti-boring coaches. And she was just curious. She's noticed over and over, your lips look great. How do you keep the lipstick on? So this is really embarrassing, but I'm just gonna reveal. I'm gonna show you my lipstick collection. Are you ready? We have here something called Balm Stain. Oh wait, the makeup influencers do this. And it's got a twisty and some red pops up. I have to admit that this is, I don't even know how old this is because the pandemic ensued. It's certainly older than 3 years. It might be 6 or 7 years old and I'm still using it. Is that a terrible thing to say? So this is one of the options for me. Another also very old option is this. Super Stay. It looks like back in the day, it says matte ink Super Stay. Again, this is really old. It's probably under 10 years old, but what I liked about it was that it was an ink and it actually says stay, right? So it stains my lips. Then I tend to be a fan of Burt's Beeswax lipstick. Why? I have no idea. It's just cheap and easy, and sometimes it's in a different section of Walgreens than the other makeup. So I have played around with these two colors, and totally transparently before a webinar, I just feel like I just look at what clothes are clean in my closet. Usually I like to wear some sort of a red or some sort of a blue, like a aqua. Sometimes that makes me pop on camera. Things are changing as I have more and more gray about what pops on camera. But anyway, I come into the bathroom. Usually it's like 15 minutes before the presentation and I'm like, oh crap, I got to do something with my lips. And so then I experiment in the way I'm about to show you all. I just dropped one of my lipsticks. Back. So often I will start by actually just moisturizing my lips with chapstick. Now, it's a Burt's Bees chapstick right here. This one is a terrible one. In fact, I need to throw it away because I don't like it. Actually doesn't moisturize my lips very well, but it's all I have in my makeup kit right now, so it's what I'm going to use. And then you know what I'm actually going to do right here on the video for all of you to see is that, oh wait, I was going to throw it away. But I feel kind of moisturized. I wonder why it changed. I'm going to keep it. Okay, so then I opt for one of these two stains, sometimes both. We'll probably just err on the side of both of them. This one is pretty red. Oh gosh, it's hard to put my lipstick on because everything's backwards as I'm filming. How do the influencers do this? Okay, you'll notice, actually that's an interesting thing I've never said out loud to anyone before. Like when I rub my lips together, it takes away the little dip of the lip, and I don't really know what to do about that. Anybody who knows how to wear lipstick, do you have any guidance for me? I know I should probably be doing a lip liner, but I can't be bothered with that. Okay, so I start with this, and then I just notice, how does it work with my outfit and my look? Now, I'm not wearing my glasses right now, so I'll have to figure that out with my glasses on. I don't love it. It's just not seeming very outlined yet. So I'll put on the other lip stain. Now this one, by the way, doesn't look good in person. And so I need to make sure that I've taken it off my lips before I go out in the world or I look ridiculous. So actually, you know what? I can't look in the camera. I'm going to look in the actual mirror. Okay. There we go. And I always do that little dip there. I really don't know what to do about that. I really could use some guidance. Okay, somehow the coloring is looking better, right? I probably should have put this on first. Sometimes I even should put this on before the chapstick because it will truly stain the lips before I put the chapstick on. And now I'm going to layer on one of these two Burt's Bees. I think I'm going to do the deeper colored one since I'm wearing a deeper color here. Now this is weird. Have you all seen this before? These little, do you see what's going on there? It's like not, anyway, something's wrong with this lipstick. She says as she puts the lipstick on her lips. So, Okay, see, this color feels like it's sort of coming together. I don't know. It's not as good as usual. Maybe because I'm not wearing my glasses yet, because I need my glasses, I feel like, to balance out what's happening in my lips. So just for the fun of it, I'm going to put on this bolder or brighter. Oh, God, how do they do the hands? Okay, so here we go. You know, it looks fine. It looks fine. There we go. It looks fine. Let me put on my glasses so we can check out the whole look. I don't know. It's not my best lipstick day, but it's not my worst. And this is how I get ready for webinars. So if you are new to my channel and you're wondering who is this lady who doesn't seem to know how to wear makeup, my name is Gretchen Wegner. I'm a former academic coach for students turned teacher trainer and educator trainer, and I'm a specialist in all things the science of learning and how students can stop boring their brains and start taking charge of their own learning, and how educators can teach them to help them do that. And if you are curious about my stuff, I got some free gifts out there, so feel free to head to gretchenwegner.com/secrets, and that'll share all kinds of brain science with you and some secrets to how I work with students. If you are more interested in a quirky behind the scenes look at how I run my academic coaching business, you can grab that at gretchenwegner.com/crash course. You won't learn how to wear lipstick there, but you will learn how to set up your business structures and how to hit the ground running and how to market and all that good stuff. Now though, I want to tell you a story about what I did. I'm actually going to sort of demo it. So the other day, I was getting ready for something. I think I was getting ready for YouTube, and I had an idea, and I wanted to make some YouTube videos, and I thought, you know, today's the day I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I don't always do it. As I age, I have this droopy, do you see like this droopy eyelid there? So, but this particular time, I wasn't really thinking. I was in a hurry, and I, put my eyelashes under the thingy there. Do you see that? And I squeezed really tight. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want the same thing to happen again. Oof, I squeezed really tight. And as I was waiting 30 seconds or something, because that's what I thought somebody told me to do, to curl my eyelashes, and something fell. I had some headbands hanging in a way they shouldn't have been hanging in a suction cup on my mirror. And then poof, they fell. And it scared me. And I jumped. And I pulled out all my freaking eyelashes on this eye. So I don't know if you can tell. How do I get you to see? Oh, I could do this. This side is the bad side. It's almost all grown back now. Let's see if you can compare. This side is the good side. I'm going to close both eyes for a second and you tell me. Are they even now? I don't have any way of telling myself. Have they all grown back? I don't know. I did use, or a friend told me about this product here, which is supposed to be a wonderful eyelash boost serum. And I did use it daily, and did it help? I have no idea, but I'm gonna put a little more on right now because I've been forgetting to do it lately. So anyway, I don't know if my eyelashes were gonna naturally grow back or if this really helped it, but you tell me down below in the comments whether you think I'm back to a full set of eyelashes myself. Please also like and subscribe to this channel. It super helps me, helps the algorithm, helps me get out to more people. And if you want to see more of these, to me they're very odd, but they're very fun to do, behind the scenes pieces about how academic life coach and edupreneur and YouTube makeup influencer Gretchen Wagner lives her life. Please post below some ideas. I need all the ideas that I can get these days for new and fun and anti-boring content. And I'll see you later, everyone. Bye.